What did the notorious classmate do to warrant immediate expulsion? He beat the hell out of the school's biggest, most violent bully. The thing was, the bully had been in a motorcycle accident on a dirt bike he stole, and had a broken leg and a broken arm. But one of his victims saw his opportunity and took it. He whopped the ever-loving shit out of the guy that had made his high school life miserable, and nobody except the administration faulted him for it. The bully is now doing a long, hard stretch in upstate NY for drug-related crimes, while the hero of the story is a successful businessman and quite wealthy. 70s 6th grade employee talking in class. To everyone's shock and horror, the teacher grabbed him by his shirt front and slammed him into a wall, and he dropped to the floor. Kids stood up and punched the teacher in the face. Classroom full of kids testified to the principal and school administrators exactly what happened. Result: kid was expelled. Teacher was back in the classroom the next week. 6th grade, this piece of shit classmate who was always sexually harassing girls with lewd comments went too far. He cornered a girl in the stairwell, ran his hands all over, up her skirt, forcibly kissed her. Teacher saw it, broke it up. Principal was a woman who was furious and called the police and had him arrested for sexual assault. He never stepped foot in our school again. Called in a bomb threat from the cafeteria's payphone, within full earshot of the entire lunch line after he went up and down it begging for quarters to make the call. It was his second time doing so. The first time he called in a fire and got a talking to, so he escalated to a bomb threat. No clue why. He was very off and just plain dumb. Weird day for a 5th grader. I knew someone in high school that apparently brought a pipe bomb to school. All I knew is that all of a sudden he wasn't in class anymore. He never seemed like the type to do that. It was really weird. I saw him again a few years later after high school. By that time I had forgotten about the whole thing, so I didn't ask him about it. Now though I wish I could. Brought gang violence to the school when the opposing gang tried to do a drive-by on him during school hours. It got so bad at my school that the principal basically expelled anyone caught with drugs or caught fighting in the hallways, and that drastically helped with a lot of the problems. He got up and accused another person of being a rapist at our college graduation. There was no actual evidence that his claim was valid, but another instructor called him a racist, because he clearly was, and he then proceeded to make all the women cry. He was blacklisted. Lit fireworks off in the cafeteria, garbage can one after another. He got for before teachers got to him. Also had a kid odd while sitting in class shit himself, fall out of his chair and have a seizure. I believe he was sent to some rich kid rehab and never returned though. Classmates make private joke to a friend about shooting up the school. Someone overhears it. He is under house arrest within 24 hours. Everyone understood it was a joke. Makes me wonder how the FBI ignored 30 calls about Parkland shooter that happened months later. Smoked weed in the dorms at the junior high boarding school surrounded by woods he could have gone into. The most smoke-free place you can find. Dum-Dum thought the toilet paper bounty sheet trick would cover the smell and didn't even open a window. Not as crazy as some of these, but shoved a kid down the bleachers. Then, as they were walking off, hit them with a backpack full of textbooks from the top of those bleachers he'd just shoved them down. Said on the track in front of a girl during an intramural period as a joke. Then tried to physically retaliate against another girl who'd reported him after he learned he would be suspended for that. Brought a gun to school. Even in the 90s that was the boot. But oddly enough I don't think he faced any criminal charges. I could be wrong. But either way he was out the door. Not my classmate. That what's surprisingly common in my schooling are students taking pictures in the clinical settings. Seen them guys. We learned in semester 1 what HIPAA is. Guy got caught masturbating in the bathroom with a stuffed tiger with a hole cut in its butt. Was lunch. People went in, saw him just going to town on the thing. Tried to sell drugs during lunchtime one day. He was expelled from the district after, as that was the last school in the area that would accept him. Went to a film school. He had a child actor. He worked over 12 hours for his school project. That will get you kicked out real quick. Back when my brother was in 4th grade, he pissed on a 6th grader's feet. He was kicked out the next day. Made a hit list in his science binder. They perp walked him out of homeroom, caught Stabby with a pizza cutter, and attacked the rugby team in a blind rage. Stabbed my other classmate with a Mongol pencil on his upper arm. Threw a table at another student. We were like 9 at the time.